Hello everyone, David from the Karma Shack again, giving another short recap of today's 10:30 class, which was natural movement. Natural movement, moving naturally. And very quickly, I just want to touch upon one seemingly unnatural thing that one of the students noticed, which is the top of our feet. Yes, we pay so little attention to the feet as it is, but there's plenty going on the top, which could be beneficial to notice or work into as well. Now, I love feet. I'm a fan of promoting healthy feet, of being able to move the digits to grip the earth, understanding how the feet correlates to the entire chain. It is active in everything that you do, including a handstand. So good to pay attention to. But why work onto the top of the feet? Now, it could be very simple in terms of sitting more comfortably, being able to stand up, being able to get off of the ground. Commonly, it becomes more difficult for people to get off of the ground as they age. When I was in EMT school, that was the number one call we would receive at the fire department, was a fall and assist, someone falling and not being able to stand back up on their own accord, whether it was due to obesity, diabetes, heart failure, getting old, and losing a sense of play and coordination. I think was the number one correlating factor, not any of the other stuff. So, two very simple things that we can do to work into the top of the feet. Now, if you've been to a yoga class or something along those lines, you've seen people do the up dog type things, which does place a bit of emphasis on strength, pressing through the thighs. It does start to work into lengthening the tops of the feet, but there's a lot that goes into coming into a push-up shape, flipping the feet and pulling through. We can break it down so that it's even more simple and very attainable wherever you are. Option one is to simply stand. Stand in a different way. Stand with your knees bent. Stand with a sense of sway. Stand in a way that you begin to learn about your balance points, what's available in the knees and ankles naturally. Okay? Natural movement. And then, whether it's holding onto a wall, a small person, or simply creating more tension, more support in this planted foot, I take my toes of one foot and I rest them on the earth. I have a nice soft carpet. It can be a mat, it can be grass, doesn't matter. Try to take your shoes off if available. Now this might be it. This might be it. Standing, rolling from pinky toe side to big toe side, playing with turning the hip out. Okay, just noticing what line of tension feels to be most restrictive, sensational in any way, painful, irritable, comfortable. From this position, I can explore with the supporting leg, having what's called a 90-10. So 90% of the support and effort is in this leg. Again, as I adjust my height, I can re-explore with what's going on in the planted foot. I can even start to take it more into a squat of whatever level is available to me. usually it's good to hold, to breathe, to stretch for maybe 5 breaths or more in a position that creates a significant amount of restriction before either working further into it or coming back out. Easy exploratory movement is nice. Coming into a place where we can create tension and then work into a passive stretch, even better. Okay, waddle it out, feel the difference from right to left. Do the same thing, other side. Rolling big toe to pinky, seeing what's going on in the hip, changing the heights, holding, breathing, stretching. You can do this for 10 seconds or 10 minutes. Totally up to you, okay? You don't need to get to a point like a ballet dancer where you can walk on the top of your feet, on your tippy toes. Not necessary, but again, we're talking about mitigating the risk of injury, not just doing awkward looking shapes. Okay? Standing. Now sitting. This is a fantastic shape. This is a shape that almost nobody in the West or the world seems to do anymore. We love our 90-degree sits. We love our chairs, our couches, our lazy boys, and they do make us a bit lazy. It does not work into the front line of the body, and because our shoes keep us locked in this flexed position so often, we never have an opportunity to counteract that when we come home and we sit on a couch where our feet rest in the same position, maybe kicked up, okay? So there's nothing wrong with lounging around and relaxing at the end of the day, but if you're looking to improve your health, in particular right now talking hips down kind of health, just try sitting in a different way. Netflix binge, Netflix binging is probably the best time to do your stretches because you might end up in a really cool shape for 3 hours at a time. So try to simply sit in different ways more often, just like you could stand in a different way more often. Now, I very much understand that this is uncomfortable for people's knees. This isn't incredibly sensational in a positive way for the ankles and the feet as you begin. I know that it can be very difficult pain-wise coming to the tops of the hands and the feet as we begin some kind of physical practice. So cushions help. Blankets help. I don't have a blanket nearby, but something that helps many of my older students, including those prepping for knee replacements, is to wiggle a blanket in between the thighs as close to the hinge point of the knees as possible. This gives a little bit more space in the front as you begin to recline back. You could keep the hips closer together. If you wanted to let the feet go farther apart, that might feel nice, but it still might feel like it's a bit too close to the ground for you. A block, another blanket, a bolster, another pillow or two, especially when combined with that initial blanket, can free up so much room. And this feels great. This feels like I'm ready for Game of Thrones. Even still, I could go higher. Even still, I could feel myself maybe needing another blanket or block if I'm to be here for a very long time. So it's important to have this exploratory mindset. Not, nope, that's not going to work, not doing it. Well, there's always a way. We could extend one leg, kick one leg out to the side, work in a way, use 10 blocks and 10 pillows and blankets if that's what you need. There's always a way. Too difficult, a little better, almost getting there, just right. There's always a way to work into something, to explore sensation without resting into pain or running away from it. So, stand in weird ways, sit in different ways, try, explore, see what works for you. Hopefully that helps. And if it doesn't, I don't know. I just don't know. I tried my hardest. Okay, later.